I'm so excited today to be talking to Adriana and Inga, the founders of KOA+ROY. Noelle's with us as well. They make body care cubes that nourish and heal the body. They're very interesting. They're raising awareness about the importance of sustainable body care. They believe in conscious consumerism and positive change in the industry. So excited to meet you gals. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and your company?
Thank you so much, Renee. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us. I'm Adriana. I'm one of the co-founders together with Inga. I have a background in business, but also sustainability. Inga and I met actually in management consulting. And when we were doing projects for Fortune 500 companies, we realized there was a great need to create products that were truly sustainable, that weren't just greenwashed. We had that inclination to develop a new product that would as well be inclusive for everyone and not only zero waste, but also give back to the environment. And that is how KOA+ROY was born, with that intention. We've been in business for about 5 years now, and we've learned so much and have been able to connect with so many incredible businesses like yours. And we're so grateful that the movement, the sustainable movement, is really moving forward.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting us. We're really excited about this conversation and sharing our story with you. And as Adriana mentioned, we're really passionate about clean product sustainability and also giving users the space to use the best product that they can for a lot of different purposes while also benefiting the environment at the same time. I'm originally from Germany, was raised there. And Adriana and I pride ourselves that, her being from Mexico originally, we have also seen the global movement towards more sustainable and natural products. And we're excited that we get the opportunity to pursue our passion and vision here together in San Diego.
Fantastic. And Noelle, how long have you been with the company?
Been with the company for a little over 2 years. I met Adriana and Inga at an event in San Diego. I was doing a marketing internship at the time, and we met and we hit it off, and they were looking for someone to help with their marketing. And I was super excited to work with them, and it's just been a blessing for the past 2 years. They're amazing to work for. We're just a great team.
Yeah. And we're so grateful for Noelle. She has really pushed her brand forward.
The brand is beautiful. I love everything about it. It's an interesting product. It's not something that everybody's sort of used to. It's a very novel idea. How are people using it? What are you finding in terms of how people enjoy the product and what they do with it?
Yeah, so maybe just to give you a little bit of a backstory why we developed it in the first place. Adriana and I worked together, frequently joked about how our husbands, they both play soccer. Funny enough, they were always sore. And they always ask us for back massages. And it's kind of hard, especially if you're a woman, you have smaller hands. It's kind of hard to massage your partner if they feel discomfort in their neck or shoulders because they're strong, right? And so we joked about developing a product that makes it easier for us to massage them, but also makes it more enjoyable for them to feel the pressure and really get the relief that they're looking for with their muscle discomfort. So we developed a solid cube, and where it started was us using it for massages. We actually realized that it's a multi-purpose product. So our users, as well as ourselves, we have a lot of different ways of how we're using it on a daily basis. And with the natural ingredients that it's been crafted with, it's been quite amazing to see how else it can be applied and what other multiple purposes it can serve. For me personally, I work out a lot and I also tend to be clumsy. So sometimes not only do I have muscle soreness, but also bruises. I actually love the product on my bruises. It helps my body to heal a little bit faster. It feels really good. And we've seen a lot of our customers applying it on their sore areas. The arnica in here, it's very popular. It really helps with recovery.
I typically have a massage cube or a wellness cube on my desk at all times. I love the scent. So just like leaving it open and just the aromatherapy effect really calms me. but also between meetings or calls. My favorite area of application really is here, my neck. I tend to have a lot of tension on my shoulder. And so the cube really allows me to dig into those knots that sometimes form and really relieve them. And also, once the ingredients are absorbed, I get the benefit of the ingredients. That feels really amazing. The recovery and the fitness cube, I have been actually running for training for half marathons and marathons. I use it between my toes, legs, and feet. So right before, put it on very generously, put on the socks and everything. And it's amazing, just the freshness that you feel throughout the runs. Yeah, so I would say those are my two favorite things. As also Inga mentioned that my family is originally from Mexico. I'm an immigrant as well. We grew up with ointments with menthol putting on our chest. And with the mental of the recovery and the fitness cube, it really is a natural alternative to petroleum-based products that are in the market. So just feeling good about that and also applying it to my children. I have two kids, older now, but just having that sense of peace, knowing that what is going on their body, which is absorbed by the skin, is really natural. And it'll only make them feel better.
Okay, so lately, because it's winter, my skin gets super dry. So I really like to use any of the cubes as a moisturizer because of all the great natural ingredients there are. It's non-greasy. It smells so good. These do not leave me feeling gross. They are not sticky. They don't leave a weird residue. It's just perfect. And I just feel good knowing that they're all natural ingredients. I don't have to worry about anything. And there's a lot of benefits to the ingredients as well. I feel like it gives an extra boost. And then also being in San Diego, I'm in the sun all the time. And in our wellness cube, it actually contains aloe vera, which is awesome because I feel like after a long day in the sun, I can rub it on my skin and I feel like I'm just giving my skin a little extra protectant. I also use our gua sha, our face gua sha and body gua sha every single day. I wake up with my face super puffy all the time, and that gua sha just massaging my face really helps boost lymphatic drainage and gets that puffiness out of the way. So I use our products daily for a lot of different reasons, but lately moisturizer and to help reduce puffiness in my face.
It's so interesting that there's so many different uses, that it's not just one thing. I love the regenerative properties of multiple uses for one product. It's so much better for so many reasons. Inga, you mentioned arnica. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and the benefits of it?
Yeah, sure. When we first formulated our product, we looked at, okay, what are today the creams, ingredients that we're using that have a really great benefit for your body. And it was actually Adriana said in Mexico, in a lot of Latin countries, it's pretty big in a lot of like holistic medicines too. Arnica, and you can find it on your shelves, is helping with bruises, inflammation. It's a really, really great and potent plant that helps with that. So by including arnica into our products, it's really helping the body to attack the areas where it's inflamed and bruised, and help that along with other ingredients that are in our products with the healing process as well. And then Adriana, I know you have probably a lot of the arnica uses and how you grew up with it. I know it's a very powerful plant, and it's truly something that is a staple in a lot of our customers' cabinets. So when we develop a product, our vision is kind of that they can use it for a lot of different areas, and with all the ingredients that they are also can read and understand today.
As a Mexican, most moms, we carry arnica in our bags, like in our purses, just in case like our kids, have a bruise or something like that, we can apply it. The thing is, sadly, a lot of the arnicas in the market are based with petroleum jelly, which is the same ingredient to make plastic. So at the end of the day, yes, your skin absorbs everything that you apply on it. And so, with our cubes, it's really convenient. The size of it, you can just carry it, travel with it, and really have it available in case like, your kids might need it. I showed Noelle the other day, my niece, she's so cute. She's like 3 years old, massaging her mommy in her back. And just like every time she gets a boo-boo, like she grabs the cube and, she sits down and then she applies it. She already knows like it's going to help her feel better. And it's really interesting to see how our customers have been using the cube. We learn from them as well. But yeah, like Inga said, it's a very versatile.
Sounds like it. I love that. The little toddler already knowing how to take care of herself. That's great. Raising her right. As you know, starting a business is really hard, and getting to the 5-year mark is so impressive. What actually got you started? How did you get going, and what were some of your early maybe challenges or wins that you'd like to share?
There's a I feel early challenges. I feel like we have challenges almost every day. It's like a roller coaster. But we also have wins every day, it feels like. So it's like literally a roller coaster. It's been an amazing ride. At the beginning, we are idealists, right? We want to prove to the industry that 2 immigrants with our hard-earned 9-to-5 job savings were able to create a brand that created a product that is giving back to the environment, that is truly sustainable, plant-based. And, it's kind of like, if we can do it, we can really make a dent in the industry. So that was our initial drive to push that sustainable aspect. In regards to challenges from sourcing the ingredients, that has been a challenge in itself. The formulation, we did everything in-house. So it was a long process to create a product that was in a cube form, from making the molds to making sure that once we created the product, it wouldn't crack or it wouldn't, change the form. Because at the end of the day, we're dealing with plant-based ingredients. We don't add any stabilizers or any chemicals to ensure that it'll live for like 10 years, right? So it's a very 100% natural plant-based product, and just figuring out that formulation and that aspect was for sure challenging. And then once we found the suppliers of these ingredients, making sure that the consistency of the supply was there, right? It hasn't always been, and we've been struggling with that. And also the reality is that climate change has affected the some of the areas where some of the ingredients are grown. So it's an everyday challenge, but it's a fun one, I would say. And interesting, we always learn. We love connecting with our suppliers, just calling them, having conversations, like getting to know them over the years, and really understanding their mission as well and where they're coming from.
And maybe just to Adriana's point, as being idealist, we've seen a lot of brands that use widely available white label products, and then they put their branding on it and they call it quits. They sell it, market, promote it. So they're more like marketing companies. We started from the beginning, right? So we developed the product, we developed the form, the packaging, the design. So it didn't really exist in its form before. And there was nothing that we could go back and piggyback on, copy. It was really a collaboration and brainstorming. We got a lot of customer feedback directly from selling at markets, talking to our customers, understanding what they like, what they don't like, and how we can improve the product. And it's been really a big challenge also after we launched, right? Because it's a newer product. It's really hard sometimes for us to explain what it is. And it's the constant growth, education of the market. We're very excited to hear that a lot of our customers are sharing the product. The holiday season is a great way for them to gift it to someone and educate them about a new product, and then also educate about the values that matter and the cleanliness of the ingredients and why we should use products that do actually good for our body versus taking a product that was made in a fabric with a lot of different other products and that has the same base, but then slightly different ingredients. So lots of challenges. They're never going to stop, but it makes it even more exciting.
Right. Keeps it interesting. Noelle, what about you? What are some of the challenges you've seen for the company?
I think, things are always changing. Being on the marketing side, I feel like trends are always changing. What people are interested is always changing. So I think really reiterating to people our brand values, sustainability and wellness is at the forefront of our missions. And I think that will never change. And so really getting that message out to customers is challenging, but it's been amazing. And hearing feedback from people is like what Inga was saying and what Adriana was saying. We need feedback from our customers. While things are challenging, while it might be hard to expand reach, while trends are changing, what people want is changing, I think really connecting with our customers has helped us get past those challenges. And I don't know, it's been an amazing learning experience. I feel like through the challenges, I don't know, it's just we've grown through everything.
I think that the awareness, you're not just trying to push your brand awareness, but also the product awareness. But I know that this is something people are really starting to come around to and really embrace in a big way. So it's great that y'all are out there pushing this forward. You've been a B Corp for a little while. How has being certified B Corporation influenced your business?
From day, even before we conceptualized the product or the brand, even, we both knew we wanted to be a B Corp. We had, from previous jobs, the awareness of the B Corp movement. And we were both aligned in that if we were to start a company, 100% it was going to be a B Corp. When we incorporated, we started the B Corp pending certification. And for me, coming from a sustainability background, it really opened my eyes to so many other things that I hadn't really thought about or considered. I'm really grateful for that during the assessment and really learning and understanding other areas that we also need to focus on to be truly sustainable and well-rounded. And yeah, it's been amazing. The connections that we've made. We were B Corp pending 2018. In 2019, we became fully B Corp certified. Last 2023, recertified, which was an interesting process, a hard one, but it was so worth it. And just the connections with the B Corp community, we are so grateful. I believe that's how we connected, right? Through John from B Lab in B Local. B Local in LA. He's amazing and put us in contact. So it's just meeting really interesting people, learning from them. And it's motivating to find and connect like-minded individuals and companies and see what they're doing and learn and grow from.
It's so important. I feel like you hear the word, we like to build community, but it's playing out here. And like you said, the support from the other companies, the camaraderie, all of it just really makes us all stronger. And I appreciate that so much. Okay, so, yep. You touched on this a little bit, but talk to me a little bit more about your mission and vision.
Very big. To Adriana's point earlier, we really want to promote sustainable products. And not only that, but promote the desire for businesses to do good for environment and humanitarian rights, right? So businesses have so much power, and we want to prove if we, with our limited resources, we're self-funded, right? We don't have big investors standing behind us. If we can do good and give back, that other businesses should be able to do that as well. And in terms of our consumer side of goals is we want for our customers to see the product, hear a brand, and always trust that we're not cutting corners, that they can rely on us to use clean ingredients, that they can rely on us to consider sustainable business practices, that they can rely on us to deliver to what we're trying to achieve with our brand and our mission.
We mentioned it a little bit, but this is also 100% zero waste, right? All cardboard, no plastic here. Even the products that you shipped to me everything was compostable or at least recyclable. And you're really living those values. And I really appreciate that. And that sense of trust, right? Like, I know that I'm getting something that you're thinking holistically about it.
So the packaging is actually made with hemp paper. We're using a local supplier of hemp paper as well as a local die cut shop to get our packaging. So hemp grows way, way faster than any trees or any other, even upcycled, recycled product. And the paper, way more expensive, way more everything. But it was important for us that our packaging is sustainable. You know, our user can use multiple cubes a year, throw it away, and it's just going to compost and become soil. And it's not sitting there in the landfill for another 2,000 million years or however long it takes plastic to degrade. And then even when we first launched, every product, especially if we go into the retail channel, needs to have sealers. So Adriana actually found this unicorn company in California, closer to LA, that has compostable sealers that we can use. They look like plastic, and you probably have seen them in your product, but they're biodegradable, and you can use them with certainty that, you know, they're not going to be sitting. So all the pieces and parts of our product are really thought out to be, okay, we're doing it right. We're not cutting corners. And if there's no alternative, we'll find it, utilize or create it. Yes.
That's amazing. I didn't realize that about the plastic tape. That's above and beyond. Believe me. I think
So it's really unique.
I'm going to have to find that manufacturer's name from you. I love to ask people about their self-care routines, and it could be anything, even just like surfing or whatever you do. Tell me a little bit about how you recharge or de-stress.
So first of all, I feel like what I do to recharge has changed throughout the years, really adapting to what is going on in my life at the moment, right? I'm a mom, a wife, travel with business, and then work. It's just a lot of things. Right now, the main thing I would say, my main goal for self-care is to go to bed early. That is like my one thing. If I can get to bed like 9:30, that is my biggest self-care moment, because I know I will be able to get my sleep in that I need to. And I don't always achieve it. There are always things happening. But when I do, I'm able to wake up early, get up at 4 a.m. Right now, I'm actually taking a fitness class, a 5 a.m. one. It really sets me up for success. I would say that is my one favorite self-care.
Good for you. Sleep is one of the most important things you can do for yourself, for sure.
Yeah. For me personally, my day starts and it ends, and it's really, it goes so fast. It was actually, in 2020 when the pandemic happened, it was a really good wake up call to slow down for the first month or so when it was so uncertain what's happening. And actually, Johanna, and then also my other girlfriends, we have encouraged ourselves to create a routine of working out, but also meditating. And I'm really proud that I stuck with it. So every day, no matter how busy my day is, and some days, same as Adriana, it's not always possible, but I try to make time to work out. It's great for my mental health. It makes me happy. And then also, even if it's 10 minutes, meditate, calm down, really try to shut off my mind that is constantly racing and going. So I have personal health and energy to continue with the work and do my best possible every single day. But that's really, even if it sounds like an additional thing to do, it helps me personally to stay excited and motivated and take care of myself.
Yeah, that's something that we hear a lot is like, who's got time? But you're right. Even 5 minutes, even 2 minutes of just calming the brain down or stopping the chatter is so important. And also, I love that you rely on your girlfriends to, I don't know, hold you accountable or just encourage, that's great. Well, what about you?
Okay, every day I make sure to get outside. I feel like if I'm stuck inside for the entire day, I feel it. I feel I can't do anything. I don't feel motivated for anything. So I really try and get outside as much as possible. It is raining in San Diego right now, which God forbid, but so hopefully I can get outside at some point today. And I am a huge walker. I love walking. I try and walk for like an hour a day. Even when I'm unmotivated, I know I'll feel better once I'm doing it. And I use that time to listen to music. I'll call my mom or the rest of my family or my friends and catch up. And it's really just a time for me to do whatever. And I get moving, I get to be outside, and then I feel super great after. So even if I'm unmotivated to do it, I know at the end I will feel great.
Yeah.
But yeah, walking is a huge one for me.
I love that multitasking when you're getting that exercise in. And walking is so good for your body, just movement, so good. I love it. Y'all are doing great. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or share?
We're dedicated to plant trees for every product that we sold. When Adriana and I first had the idea, we didn't have a product. We knew what we wanted to do, but nothing was set in stone. Adriana came to me and said, my vision is to reforest the whole world. Wherever we don't have trees that have been impacted by natural disasters, deforestation, or whatever it is, my personal goal is to reforest the world. So from day one, we didn't even have a product. We signed up with organizations that support reforestation efforts across the globe. And especially now with LA fires and just learning more about the reforestation efforts, there was a fire literally by Adriana's house in her close vicinity. And it's going to continue to be very important that companies and businesses think about their environment and think about the impact the environment also has on their supply chain, right? So there's a lot of farmers and people, like native people living in rainforests that help to some degree with some ingredient that they might be sourcing somewhere. They need a home, and similar for us internally, right? We need our vegetation. So we really are proud that we started, thanks to Adriana, from day one to support those efforts. And I will make more of a commitment and kind of review our California-based efforts with a B Corp local chapter. We do go out ourselves sometimes and we plant trees. We literally dig holes and put the trees in there. So hopefully there will be some efforts where we can all join as a community and help with that, really right in our own neighborhoods.
And I think one more thing I would like to add is just the thought behind every single ingredient that is inside each cube. There aren't any fillers, right? So every single ingredient has a purpose. And not only does it have a purpose, but the story behind the ingredient, we really paid attention to that. One of our main ingredients for all the cubes is alipe. Alipe comes from the nuts of the trees. There are alipe forests. And every season the nuts fall to the ground and then the locals gather the nuts. And we love that because one, they're not cutting down any trees. They are really motivated to conserve the forest and the trees, the local trees, and take care of them, right? Because there is value there. So every single ingredient, there's a lot of research behind the entire process and just having those connections with our suppliers, but also with the growers or the ones who process the initial ingredient. That is very important for us as well, like the full transparency and the circularity of the product.
I think we're just in an awareness mode of understanding, it's not just this linear chain, right? There's a loop that feeds, that person that's taking the nuts, that's providing you, and it all comes back around. I just think there's such a beauty in that simplicity, but the value of it as well just expands so much far beyond just the ingredient as it is.
Absolutely. And we're both super curious for people, Noelle as well. Would love to hear a little bit more about you, Renee, and your story. We're dying to learn about you.
That's very sweet. So I started this company with my partner about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than 2 years ago. And our drive is to raise awareness for women, how important it is to take care of themselves. And that there's never any time. Who has time for self-care? But the more you can connect with what you need, the more you're able to help your family, your friends, your community, right? And so I feel like the strength that comes with taking a moment, even if it's 2 minutes to meditate, the power that that gives you to do more good for the people that are around you is so valuable. It's also about supporting the businesses that are building their own their brand, but also like their generational wealth. And when women have often been left out of that whole sort of wealth building until very recently, it's shocking how like you couldn't get a credit card until like 1972. It's like, what are you talking about? I was 10 years old. Like, how is that possible? But just being able to support women-owned brands that are making good products and concerned with, their impact on the world is so important to me. That's kind of our motivation for why we started the brand. And it's been such a fantastic journey. Hard, like you were saying, the ups and downs of it. It's so hard, but it's so rewarding to be able to make the contributions, but also bear the responsibility of it. So it's been so much fun. And again, making these connections, like community is everything to me. So the best part about my job is I get to meet all these people who are doing crazy fun things and building their brands and stuff like that. So I couldn't have more fun pulling it all together.
And it's interesting how I know Noelle is working a lot of marketing content. When we talk about what is the message we want to send to our followers, to our customers, is really like stop and recharge. Take a moment to yourself. Do something like even our cubes sometimes just stop and massage your body. Like do something good for your body and be intentional about it. So I love how our messages there align, and I love that you build, a whole company and connecting all these great businesses that help with that mission.
Thank you. It's been fun. It's hard work, but it's fun. I was talking to somebody, Kelly is the founder of Spencer Sisters, another B Corp, and she was talking about how hard women work, and that she was talking to an investor who will only invest in women-owned brands because he believes they work so much harder than their male counterparts. It's true. I mean, we're mothers, we're, caretakers, for our parents and our children at times. And then also having higher expectations, like you don't get that, kind of break. You have to prove yourself over and over. So we just naturally work ourselves into the ground, and we don't always think about taking care of ourselves.
That's very true.